Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. How Abba Kyari above the law attitude led him to expose Nigerians rich and powerful to COVID-19 and the rampage in the country. Top officials of the ministry and NCDC told Sahara reporters on Thursday that the whole coronavirus crisis in the presidency and indeed Nigerian power circle could have been totally different today if Kyari, one of the most influential figures in Buhari's regime, had not deliberately fronted safety instructions after returning to the country following visits to Germany and Italy and Egypt earlier on this year. 2 days after it was confirmed that Chief of Staff to President Muhammadu Buhari, Abba Kyari, had contracted the deadly coronavirus, facts have emanated on how he fronted disregarded safety warning by officers of Ministry of Health, Nigeria's Center for Disease Control, and the Presidential Task Force on Coronavirus, handled by Secretary to the Government and the Federation, Boss Mustafa. Top officials of the ministry and NCDC told Sahara reporters on Thursday that the whole coronavirus crisis in the presidency and indeed Nigerian power circle could have been totally different today if he had listened and had followed the instructions, not undermining them and disregarding rule of law. Both countries have hundreds of confirmed infectious people, together with dozens of deaths from the virus itself. Upon his arrival to Nigeria from these countries, it was reliably gathered that Kyari, who had a history of diabetes and is in his 70s, refused to observe the mandatory 14 days self-isolation period. Instead, insisted on going about his normal activity, subjecting dozens of persons, including ministers, state governors, Aso Rock staffs, even the president, to the risk of contracting the virus. Already, 3 of his staffs had tested positive to the virus. After returning to Nigeria on March the 14th, Kyari attended the wedding of the son of the Inspector of General, Muhammad Ahmadu, in company with Kano State Governor and business tycoon Aliko Dangote. Today, 2 days later, Kyari attended a meeting of All Progressive Congress governors with President Muhammadu Buhari on the 16th. The meeting was scheduled by 16 out of 20 governors of the ruling party were in attendance. He also had an encounter with the embittered national chairman of the party, Adams Oshomole, whose status we don't know yet and has not been confirmed. On March the 17th, Kyari led a delegate to Okoni, Kogi State, to commiserate with Governor Bello over the loss of his wife. He shook hands with Bello and had close contact with several guests at the event. The same day after returning to Abuja, Kyari attended a brief section by the Presidential Economic Advisory Council led by Professor Doyin Salami. The two men had close contact and even took pictures together. On March the 18th, Kyari attended the Federal Executive Council meeting, while the next day he was at the inauguration of the National Humanitarian Coordination Committee. Sahara reporters gathered that Kyari moved around these places despite strict warning by Presidential Task Force on Coronavirus that all persons returning from high-risk countries from the virus, like Germany, the United Kingdom, should self-isolate for 14 days. We all know that even the president's daughter self-isolated when she returned from the United Kingdom for a number of days. It is not the first time that we have seen him act in this manner, very unruly and thinks he's above the law. He flaunts the law regardless, and he has always gotten away with it up until now that coronavirus has held him strictly and he cannot let go. As Source says in the reference to Kyari, ironically, in a leaked memo dated March the 21st, 2020, addressed to Speaker of the House of Representatives Femi Gbalomoni, Kyari expressed displeasure at the refusal of legislators to undergo coronavirus check at the country airport upon arriving in Nigeria. According to him, this could jeopardize all efforts put in place by governments to curtail the spread of the deadly virus. As we speak, the high and elites of Nigeria that has been in contact with not only Kyari, but also the governors, senators, and every person he has come in contact with are carriers and might be spreading it as we speak. In the memo, Kyari had said it had been brought to the attention of the Honorable Minister of Health recently that some members of the House of Representatives are refusing to subject themselves to medical screening at the airports, the same what he flaunted. As you are aware, these screenings are our primary line of defense, and refusal by every citizen to subject themselves to this test is a threat to our nation and our national health. Accordingly, you are kindly requested to direct all members of the House of Representatives who refused to honor this and has returned from a foreign trip abroad to report themselves to the nearest NCDC test center with immediate effect. However, like you know, Kyari is above the law and cannot be forced to do and undo. With the latest developments, it is now evident clearly that Kyari was in fact the biggest breaker of the same rule he's enforcing on others, legislators, lawmakers, senators, House of Representatives. Following his flaunting disregard for land laid down rules, NCDC and Minister of Health officials fear that tracking all possible contacts that have contacted with him have been to no avail and has further led to the spread of the virus rapidly as we speak. I don't think the NCDC can track everyone who shook hands with and met with him at various meetings and functions. That is why we are asking everyone who was at this gathering to immediately self-isolate and the people they have been in contact with, the sources told us from Sahara Reporters. Following Kyari's infection and contract with Buhari, Sahara Reporters on Tuesday exclusively reported that the president's intensive care unit was activated for the number one citizen especially after he has started coughing seriously and has caused panic among the presidential officials. Buhari has a lot to do to disclose medical ailments and in fact spent 5 months in London, United Kingdom in 2017 for treatment. He has visited United Kingdom several times more than that period for treatment. Activities inside Aso Rock has also been activities inside Aso Rock has also been suspended in the bid to curtail the spread of the coronavirus. Buhari, as we speak, is in intensive care unit. With Kyari's current ordeal, there are growing concerns that decisions making on key issues in government could be suspended, slowing down the progress of the country in every area and aspect. Already, the confirmed number of infection has risen to 51 in Nigeria and the death toll with 1 death recorded. Well, Nigerians, una don hear the news o. Na this guy bring am come the top and thank God say God use am. He no hear word wey dey say disobedient, e no good. He use him own hand put am for Aso Rock. You know, it would have been very difficult for it to get into Aso Rock, but Kyari brought it. It was, you know, they say nine they rule, nine they determine law. Nine they determine law for Aso Rock. Kyari now has brought it to the high and mighty. We know of a lot of people, governors, senators, ministers who have come in contact with him, and some have tested positive. Some have already gone into self-isolation as we speak, and you know, these are the issues going on right now. Nigerians, you know, say this thing for nothing enter as so rock, if not about this man, disobedient. And now they're not going to tell us about Buhari's current health situation. They say they hide, and though they say they intensive care, they don't can go here, but I don't know why. Because not only here, but they work. But anyhow, they say they don't intensify the one for they don't put together the one for Aso Rock. They put intensive care unit for Aso Rock, say making day there. So Nigerians, now the matter be this. So don't forget to thumbs up and like, I beg, subscribe. God bless you. Have a good day. Bye.